Welcome everybody, this is your Strategy Wolf, and welcome back to Crusader Kings 3. Welcome back in January 94, sorry guys. And welcome back to the southwestern parts of Wales, to our Lords of Penfro in the Pembrokeshire area. We are with Lord Lieges III, and we are within our, let's say, independence war, or in a war against our direct liege Duke Purcell, and consequently afterwards potentially also in the war against our Queen Sian. These decisions were not easy and actually don't necessarily fit our character in all aspects. So yeah, we had to have some drawbacks in for our roleplay here, but it was about the survival of the dynasty, as you see on the map, that basically we are coming from plenty of invasions from Alba, and also our not partners, that's the wrong word actually, but yeah, let's say the Anglo-Saxons of the south were also occupied by West Francia, or swear their loyalty to the Frankian king. So yeah, it's only a matter of time until the Walisian kingdom is probably gonna get eaten up by either one of them. For these reasons, we've decided that, for the reason also of to be securing, let's say, our family's belongings, and in general also the continuation of this very let's play from a not so roleplay perspective. I've decided to go for this independence war, and at first it turned out pretty bad. As you remember the last episodes, we were several times close to where I thought, okay, that's gonna be it anyways, but our allies helped us out, and at this moment at least it looks good for this one. Everything is still kind of wild and naughty, so let's say we're gonna focus first on like winning this war, and everything else comes secondary. I just fear that like the engine is by default, when we lose him as an overlord, that suddenly she's gonna give us back to him as an overlord, and everything would have been totally unnecessary. But yeah, we shall see, it's hard to tell. Let's first do this siege of or who were we sieging here? Mathrafal. Oh yeah, one of our prisoners that escaped from prison over there. Yeah, and probably, yeah, I don't know, maybe we have to even fight a second war to get independent from Wales, so before we can swear allegiance to Alba, but let's see if we're not gonna get eaten up anyways. Yeah, third Huissen conquest of the Duchy of Deheubar, and yeah. Who's the attacker? Oh, a powerful man, and we cannot resist. The question is, what would... Why Hugh? I'm not 100% sure what would be the problem, or what would be the outcome of this, since it says you get the contested title, which would be the duchy, but you become a vassal of him. Okay. You will seize all territory within Queen Sian's realm that is part of the... Me? I'm not 100% sure, but in this case, since we're already in war with both of them, I'm actually gonna side with the enemy. This is like, once again, this is a mod event that we can side, and normally you side with, yeah, we're gonna side with the enemy. Since I'm gonna get independent, this is gonna be a super mess now, and hopefully we will remain as a lord in here. I feel like this is... Wait, what? We are now the leader of the Crown Loyalist faction against King Godefroy? What? Let's win our first war first, and then we shall see where this goes, where the next steps will lead us to. Yeah, in the aftermath, let's say when we have a looking back at this from a historical perspective. Come on, no, this is what... Oh, God. I can't believe now they're sieging basically our siege, so let's just hope that this 31 days, 32, oh god, come on. Okay. Let's pause, let's pause, let's pause. It's paused. Good. And we took Duke first, the brother of Duke K. Okay. And now we can actually push through our demands. We become independent. Yes, so be it. But obviously, we are still Queen Sian's liege. She's our liege, so we're still with her. Let's go back to Diffit first, not via the enemy's territory, and then we shall see what happens next. Let's bring our troops home first, and then we shall see how we continue since now. Okay, they've taken over here. Haven't we joined them? Yeah, sometimes I feel like this is a little bit random, but we're not hostile necessarily. Are they coming for us? I hope not. They're coming for the siege, alright. But we cannot join them, I thought. I will be Marshal of Wales, okay. But, wait, no, I should have denied that actually, but... Are we not with them? I just picked that, no? Or did I misclick after talking about it? Sure. To be honest, we cannot find this fight anyway, so... We fight the Valois claim on the county of Amiens. Definitely, you helped us a lot. Maybe we're gonna actually ship in then our troops and help over here and see what... Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We'll leave these decisions at home up to fate and... yeah. We shall see how this turns out with a little bit of... If we have bad luck, I feel like we're gonna get annihilated and that's it. But if I potentially read the instructions correctly, I still see a chance. Oh, by the way, we have tons of prisoners that should be taken care of. Okay, we've got... Who's that? Don't care, we cook is fine. Prince of Wales. I totally forgot they go to the Alpine house. Oh, wow, this is a lot of potential money for us we can get from the Queen now. And we should do that before she's too broke. Yeah, there we go. Come on, let's take the 44 and be happy. And yeah, of course they're coming to siege Diffit again, as always. He can... Oh, he's a good commander. He can become one of our recruits, surely, and a knight. But yeah, of course, the new invaders are gonna siege our home once again, and therefore... By the way, here's the... Before we get about, let's fight our battles in France, since we joined our uncle, and he helped us so much. Let's see if we have some impact. Are we losing the battle? It looks like it. Oh... Our court tutor died in there, my nephew. And yeah, let's at least connect them to the to this army. Yeah, and what will happen at home is hard to tell. It's hard to tell. By the way, we have lost our we don't have a wet nurse, not a court tutor, so yeah, appoint some for these posts. The wet nurse I was missing, right? Whether we can search for one now. Poor or Anaut. Anovet. How does she... Okay, Anovet seems cool. 28, she will last also for longer, so you can hire her, I think. Yeah, the main question will still remain, and I think anything else is really irrelevant right now. How this war is going to turn out and what it's going to bring for us. Could we actually declare war on her? No, my army is raised, but for being independent? With a little bit of luck, we're gonna be a vassal anyways of the attackers now. That would be the logical way of things, in my opinion. Siege of Penfro lost once again, of course, and the control is gonna go down again. Right? No, it doesn't. That's why did it get reduced the last time? I guess just by raiders. Liege lost war. Liege lost war. Holy... Oh my god, and I didn't even check correctly. Oh. We are not part of Wales anymore, but we're also not with Francia. We are with Alba, but we're with Francia, and I'm invited to be Marshal. Ooh, yeah, sure, we're gonna take this chance. But this is super interesting. Okay, now we're part of West Francia, and what about our neighbors over here? They were taken over directly by him, okay. I mean, we learned Gaelic, we do have... Oh, pay ransom. Ah, come on, let's get our wife back. That's insane. Yeah, insane is something else, but... We kind of plan to defect, let's say, to Alba all the time. But now we actually, including our son, I mean, like, closer to the Frankians, actually. And, I mean, we do Gaelic and Cymric. Oh, he's actually Mercian, interesting. I was just about thinking if he should learn French or something, but he's a Mercian, a Morganbeck. Oh, sure. Oh, interesting. He bowed down. There wasn't even our friends here in Gwent and so forth. The other part of the family. Let's have a quick look, actually. Now, I'm sorry, guys, but I'm gonna take some time to investigate on this. I think you probably are interested. If not, you can skip until we continue a bit, but... Wasn't he? Okay, inherited. Kai the Stumbler, wasn't he friends with some of our forefathers, right? And then Duke, he inherited? Yeah, okay, he inherited, and then him. Duke Ermeth, and then Earl Livin of Berkshire. Interesting. So basically, this family was split in two, and the one part was part of Wales, the other one over here in this area, Berkshire, Wise, and the Mercian family, and now they came and took their former family claims. Alright. So actually there is some legality behind this approach, and I think for security reasons, our main concern has been eradicated, so now we are, of course we're still vulnerable, but that's okay. We do have still our for Leinster, but now, yeah, I mean, okay. Took me a bit, but... Wait, and Weiss has a election system? That's super surprising. May preference Saxon elective law, okay. We can vote for somebody. Well, we have a new duke, let's wait for his son, I guess. Since, yeah, I don't want to start some kind of trouble already. I think that's fair, and... Is there any... No, our son is already... Oh yeah, I forgot totally that our son died, but guys, this is impressive or interesting. There is... Yeah. It's an absolutely new situation, and I'm kind of excited for this change in our history. We're part of Francia now. Let's do some other things in the meantime, because as I said before the war isn't over, I don't want to do anything else. Guardian for my granddaughter, yeah, just some lady. With the girls, I'm mostly quite... Yeah, my niece can do that. My cousin, the Duke of Connacht. Okay, House Lancaster, over here. My cousin. Okay. We're none of the electors in France. Oh, France has an elective system. Interesting. Well, okay, guys. Let's then keep on going and see where we're heading to. This is interesting news. Yeah, my wife is coming back also. Is there anybody else we can ransom from him, actually? Okay, and here, let's have a quick look at our neighborhood that he handed out to certain people. There is... Okay, Mercians. We have Lord Orzulf in our direct neighborhood, who we don't seem to like a lot. We do have Lord Swithelm. He's the... Okay, he's the successor, right? We just voted for him. Swithelm here, over here. And we do have in Morganweg Lord Wolfgard. Okay. Also newly installed, right? Obscure house. Very interesting. The martial perk. Let's get prepared conscription out. And let's see. Lost. We're still fighting in France. Totally forgot about that one. Yeah, we're gonna get them out. Ooh, and we lost two people while doing that, but that's okay. And I assume. And where are we, by the way? Weren't we leading this army? Anyways, we need a new chancellor and a new steward. The chancellor, okay, shall be my knight Gwilm. And the steward... we don't really have talented men over here, but he could take over definitely the marshal post here from here and better. I think I can also give you a wife despite you being gay. Doesn't matter. Let's see who... A Gaelic wife, come on. We're still in the cultural proximity. And maybe let's get a noble to court. Maybe we get some, or at the end of faithful. Maybe we get somebody who's good in stewardship. Okay, she just married our... He's really sucks. And then the nobleman. Oh yeah, absolutely. Recruit to court. He's a good steward. Wallisian. I think we're gonna spend the money, yes. He has proven himself worthy somehow. Let's get also... Well, he can marry the wet nurse. They can start a new Gwarthop dynasty a little bit over here. Nice. Couple of things settled. Oh yeah, defeats. How we're losing down here, definitely. In the county of Amiens, Valois versus Amiens. I didn't even check actually who's fighting exactly for what. He's the attacker. Okay, where's Amiens? Not that great, to be honest. Amiens. Okay, over here with French geography. I'm sorry, guys. Can you only disband over here? Let's bring them back home. Come home, guys. You fought bravely, but it's over. It's time for peace for a bit. And our spouse is happy to be back and she likes to invest. My lord, it has come to my attention that there is a rare opportunity to invest in Lordship of Diffid. My wife Tekla draws up the details for the business investment and it does indeed look as if the deal could benefit Diffid greatly if it's successful. We're talking about, oh, more taxes and development growth, something we obviously would love. Cynical, calm, temperate. And let's put it a little bit in context. I think definitely the last one is not the case. It's not happening because we do care about everything and we were a little busy in trying to preserve like our situation. So for these reasons, definitely one of the first two. But which one it is going to be, if we rather like follow and see the chance to reinvest in the struck environment or and follow our leadership of our wife that we do like a lot, or shall we leave it to the people that we also don't mind? And we do roll a 3, so it is a risk worth taking. Let's see, hopefully we're gonna be successful, and yes, it's successful, great. So Diffid is even going to grow a little faster. Are we developing it? Yeah. Okay, the war in France is over. The Tourney troubles. As Lord, I've been obliged to attend a local jousting tournament, but the contestants have been delayed. The tourney won't start for the last another hour. My niece Maurienne is here and as always being an insufferable lout. Her constant complaining is making everyone even more miserable than normal. Meanwhile, my wife Lady Tegla is sitting under the pavilion, clearly bored halfway to death. Would we push her? Yeah, we're not the person that pushes suddenly my niece. No, we don't have a problem with her. Definitely not. Either we're spending more time with my wife or wasting enough time on this disaster. Yeah, I think these two options come into play. Rolling dice. And it is a 5, so I've wasted enough time on this disaster. Yeah, and I think after all these things, we're also gonna seclude ourselves a bit. Yes, and meditate in the meantime. Yeah, and Rills of Tivity, why not? Just sometimes, yeah, now the war is over, we can go somewhere else. Yeah, traveling here is pretty easy. We don't need a travel master, caravan master, let's just go and chill over here. Fresh start. Eldwin Upladry, who was he? Oh, my brother. Oh, yeah, of course we're gonna accept that. My brother shall come back, please. Despite him being not really ongoing heartache. The best friend died. Oh. That's of course sad. Yeah, his life is really tragic, but he's also quite incompetent. No, he's zealous. Maybe he's just trying to spend his life in the more or less in the service of God. Who knows? Yeah, here we can disband our units actually. Yeah. Part of West Francia. Let's have a quick look then. And then we already had the look before. They also founded the Kingdom of England. So actually, currently, we'll have Prince Baudouin as successor. For the title of Francia, we have also Baudouin. At the moment, they stay together. Interestingly, I think it's because it's by. It works by vote again, right? So let's have a quick look. I think male only fuel elective law, male only confederate petition law. Okay, so this is basically normal. Wait, so why is he king heir to both of them? Because probably the one. Because the confederate petition law probably applies to only England in this case, right? And since he's the first one, the first successor according to this law, he'll get the kingdom. Yeah, and other possessions of the French crown over here in England would be going to other heirs, but there are none. So interesting. Well, to be honest, for the moment, it seems to be better if they're united, because probably if England would get independent as just this little piece of England, then I feel like Alba would have easy time taking over. Like this, maybe not. It's really the first time in a long time that I feel kind of secure. It's really crazy. Yeah. Oh, my learning skill went up. Nice. How is, by the way, the old queen doing? Sian over here. Yeah, she doesn't really like us anymore, but we also don't hate her or anything. And let's be realistic that these territories are gonna get carved up pretty soon. And something that also I was just thinking about, we could, of course, now we have these weak new lords next to us that could be probably, could be conquered if we had a claim, which could be fabricated quite easily. But here comes our character back into play. This was more for our real, we didn't want to get more power or anything. We just wanted to protect our possessions and be protected and take care of our lands. We never had the ambition to grow, and we are calm, temperate, and therefore we're also definitely not going to expand here now or trying anything like that, at least by aggressive measures. A courtier between friends. My cousin Duchess Geetha has honored me with a visit and has brought one of her courtiers along. Geetha approaches me excitedly. Well met, Lord Leverage. It pleases me to see you are thriving here in Diffid. It occurred to me that Eudes here might be of service in your court. He's an incredibly talented strategist. His mind is always spinning up possible tactics. I would make use of him and myself, but alas, it doesn't seem possible. Yeah, oh my god, he's a great man. Very much welcome. And what is she? My cousin Githa? Because my mom is also from this house, right? House Wessex. And she's a courtier in court emissary, okay? Also, she holds the title of Cornwall. Okay, interesting. Who's going to follow her? House Glane, reputable. Things are Rogonid dynasty. Rorgonid. Wild mixes going on over here. House Glane, sorry guys, I'm not getting lost once again, but I do want to check this out quickly. Where is he, Count? Oh, over here in France. Interesting. Yeah, it seems like the southern Anglo-Saxons rather wanted to keep up maybe with these, let's say, based on maybe their Roman ancestorship, because yeah, of course, he was a Romano-Britic remains that mixed up with the Angles and the Saxons. Maybe the sound seems culturally and also opportunistically closer than the wild men from the north, the Gallic duchies. From our perspective as a Gallic nation, we might fit better into Alba, but we shall see. But Wales was part of the Roman Empire too, right? Oh, this is I'm a little bit embarrassed that I don't know this by heart right now. I should think so, because they pushed up to Hadrian's Wall, right? Probably not no strict control, a tough control in the rough terrain and so forth. Anyways, we're getting Eudes. I've got so distracted, sorry guys. We're not making so much progress this very episode, but it seems like it is kind of let's say, important episode. At least it's a lot of groundbreaking decisions have been made. Yeah, our former marshal. Let's get him back. Come on, why not? This kid is also at our place. Yeah, I think so. Guys, and I think we started randomly the 13th of January a year ago, and I think this time this is a good moment and keep this episode short, since it just makes sense. This was a really important year for probably the fate of the dynasty. We have a completely new shift of power, let's say. And for this reason, I want to take my time and think about for a second and end this very one right now. Let me know what you think. How shall the Bladries feel within the West Frankian Empire, even though it is the English crown in this case? Also not the classical thing. Yeah, I mean, Walesian, as we talked about before, this existed pretty long now, the Walesian kingdom. However, the definite feeling of nationality, or in general nationalism, was not a big thing in the medieval. So don't say, yeah, you have to be part of Wales again or something like this. I think this is unrealistic. However, groundbreaking or changing, it's definitely a milestone, or let's see, a big shift for everything that's going on. While saying this, I'm happy also to zoom out a bit, that you guys can get an impression of Europe at these times, and I'm especially interested in Bulanit. Okay, so the Khazars turned from this Jewish faith to Orthodox and successfully spread it all over the Russian. Interesting. So basically southern Russia is Orthodox, but the north is still in more like tribal religions. Funny. Anyways, I hope you liked this very episode. Let me know in the comments your opinions on your future plan, how we should go act with this. Never forget that Liverage himself is not such an active character actually, but more like a passive knight and honorable man. And of course, if you liked it, it would be fantastic if you would leave me a like and subscription to support this channel, since it costs you nothing and means a lot to me. Thank you very much. And most importantly, see you next time in the next episode. Bye. Your Strategy Wolf.